9 flights this time, and they're running in this Glenlivet anniversary hurdle. And the first to show is Urizen. Urizen going on from Leodet and Nailed On, then Bankview on the inside. Indian Baba, who's followed by Verua. Behind Verua is Dom Valentino, then Highland Bud, and finally Park Street. And they're hacking on to Urizen as they race towards the first flight from Leodet and Nailed On, and Bankview over on the far side of the flight. Urizen landed in the lead from Nailed On. Indian Baba's moved up over on the far side. Leodet towards the left of the picture as they come down to the second, and Urizen jumps it in the lead from Indian Baba, and behind Indian Baba is Nailed On, then Bankview and Urizen and Dom Valentino and Highland Bud and Verura and Park Street. Urizen and Indian Baba from Nailed On. Leodet, Bankview, Highland Bud and Dom Valentino, Verura and Park Street as they race up towards the winning post with another complete circuit. And nearest to us, it's Urizen, Indian Baba over on the far side. Then comes Nailed On, Bankview, Dom Valentino nearest to us, being chased along by Peter Scudamore, Leodet. Then comes Highland Bud, and then on the outside, Verura, and finally Park Street. And they're really motoring in this heavy rain-sodden ground at Liverpool, where Urizen leads from Indian Baba, and Leodet still trying to get up towards the front there. Bankview on the inside, then Nailed On, and behind him Dom Valentino and Highland Bud, and then comes Verura, and finally Park Street. And still, as they cross that intersection, it's Urizen from Indian Baba, Leodet, Nailed On, Bankview on the inner, on the outer Highland Bud. Between horses then is Dom Valentino. Verura comes next, and Park Street finding the pace a bit too hot over the fourth. Urizen lands in the lead, goes through it a little bit, and Leodet makes very good ground on the outside. Leodet gone right up to join Urizen now. Indian Baba, then comes Dom Valentino and Highland Bud and Bankview, and Nailed On very close to the lead too as they jump the fifth. Leodet there landed in the lead from Highland Bud, making ground towards the outside. Leodet and Bankview making good ground on the inner. That's the right of the picture as we see them now as they jump this one. Leodet from Bankview, Highland Bud over on the far side with Verura going well. Dom Valentino looks well too, the rider with the white cap there. And they've got a long run now as they race out of the top turn with 3 left to jump. And it's Leodet on the inside, Dom Valentino, then Verura towards the left of the picture, then Highland Bud, and then Bankview. Park Street has made good ground. Racing now towards the third last, and they've got a long run before they reach it, and quite closely grouped with Verura, who's just taken it up now though from Leodet on the inside. Dom Valentino, Highland Bud, Park Street, and Bankview is also making progress back again towards the lead as they turn for home now. Verura from Dom Valentino, Bankview, then comes Highland Bud. Behind Highland Bud is Park Street. Verura with the advantage as they come now to the third last. Verura from Highland Bud, Dom Valentino, Bankview, then Park Street. Coming down now towards the second last. Verura with the advantage from Highland Bud towards the near side. Dom Valentino and Bankview still very much at the races as they jump the second last. Verura landed in the lead from Bankview and Highland Bud. Then Dom Valentino over on the far side, racing down to the final flight now. Verura being pressed by Highland Bud and Bankview as they come to it. Verura lands in the lead from Highland Bud and Bankview as they race into the closing stages. It's Verura being chased all the time by Bankview and Highland Bud, but Verura looks as though he's going to hold him 150 yards to run. Verura from Bankview and Highland Bud, and as they race to the line, Verura and Mark Parrott win the Glenlivet anniversary hurdle, and at the line Verura is the winner. It's a photo for second between Bankview and Highland Bud, and very close indeed it is between them, with Dom Valentino back in fourth. 5 was the long-time leader Urizen. Then came Parkview, and pulled up were Nailed On, Leodet and Indian Baba. So the result, first, number 9, Verura, owned by Mr. Tony Ward, trained by Guy Harwood, written by Mark Perrett, and a photograph for second and third between number 3, Highland Bud, and number 1, Bankview. with Dom Valentine, and they're away. And Katie Reimel gets a very good posse on the inside on 3 counties, but as they come to the first, Inshore is the early leader. It's Inshore from Galileo. Inshore's going to jump it in the lead. Inshore jumps it over on the far side in the lead from Galileo. Bright Oasis is a faller there, so's W again. They've gone at the first. Bright Oasis and W again, and Inshore is the leader as they come to the second. Inshore from Galileo. Inshore has gone there. Inshore has gone and left Galileo in the lead, with over on the far side Benton Boy and Norman Case. Norman Case on the far side with Galileo as they come down towards the chair. Galileo from Norman Case, these two. Then comes the Liverpool Rambler, and then 3 counties who jumps it well, and they're all safely over the chair as they come down to the water now. Norman Case is the leader from Galileo. The Liverpool Rambler is third. Then comes Manor Reef 4 and Call Collect 5 and Pulse on the inside. Then 3 counties and Borderberg, and behind Borderberg is Light Demon, and then right up with them is Benton Boy. Then Risk a Bet. Behind Risk a Bet is Mayan Core, and last is Sammy Lux. So as they race towards the Melling Road, it's Norman Case, the leader from Galileo, the Liverpool Rambler, Call Collect and Pulse, and over to John Hanmer.
Just coming to the Melling Road now, and Norman Case is in the lead. Galileo towards the centre of the course is second, then Liverpool Rambler followed by Call Collect and Manor Reef, then Pulse, Benton Boy towards the outside. 3 counties, who was up there early, has lost quite a bit of ground but still in touch with the field as Norman Case jumps the 5th in the lead, and Risk a Bet, a very bad mistake. Liverpool Ramblers refused, Sammy Lux has refused, so a depleted field come to fence number 6 with Norman Case over first. Then in second place Galileo, Call Collect is third, followed by Pulse, Borderberg, Benton Boy, Manor Reef, and then comes Light Demon, 3 counties, Risk a Bet and Mayanka at the open ditch. And with a long lead now, it's Norman Case from Galileo, Call Collect, Borderberg, Pulse, then Light Demon, Benton Boy, Manor Reef, Risk a Bet. 3 counties has only got 1 behind, and that's Mayanka, as Norman Case jumps clear and over to Julian Wilson.
Yes, Norman Case all of 15 lengths clear now from Galileo, then Call Collect behind that. Michael Swinburne going well on Pulse in 4th, then Borderberg, and the Cheltenham Fox Hunters winner has got it all to do, and the leader makes a terrible mistake there but gets away with it. Galileo's over in 2nd, Call Collect 3rd, Borderberg going smoothly in 4th, and then Pulse. Then on the inside is Manor Reef, Light Demon on the outside, and Katie Reimel really struggling now as the leaders come down to Beecher's Brook, or the leader it is, because Norman Case is well clear and goes through it, and Norman Case is down at Beecher's. Norman Case is down, and the other leaders are over, and Benton Boy is a faller at Beecher's, and Mayancourt jumps it in last, and Mayancourt has also fallen as the leaders come now to the next one, and over that it was Call Collect who just led from Borderberg. In 3rd is Galileo, 4th is Pulse, 5th is Manor Reef, 5th, 6th behind that is Take a Risk a Bet on the inside as the leaders come to the canal turn now. Call Collect, the leader from Borderberg. Borderberg jumps through smoothly in the inside. Galileo is 3rd, Pulse is 4th, then Risk a Bet and Manor Reef on the outside. 3 counties picking up a little bit now, and Light Demon, and those are the only ones left in it as they jump Valentine's. Borderberg over from Call Collect 2nd, then Galileo and Pulse, then Manor Reef on the outside of Risk a Bet, then 3 counties getting a bit closer, and Light Demon as we rejoin John Hanmer.
Borderberg comes to the 5th from home with a slight lead from Call Collect, both jumping well. In 3rd place is Pulse, then Galileo. Manor Reef hit that, 3 counties moves into 5th. Risk a Bet at the back with Light Demon as they come to the last open ditch, 4 from home. Borderberg jumps it first from Call Collect, a gap then to Pulse in 3rd place, 3 counties 4th. Another slow jump by Manor Reef, and going to the 3rd from home it's Borderberg increasing his lead, 4 to 5 lengths clear of Call Collect, then Pulse, 3 counties, Light Demon and Risk a Bet, and Borderberg over clear of Call Collect, then Pulse, 3 counties who stops and has a look at it. Another bad mistake by Manor Reef, and as they go to the Melling Road with 2 to jump, it's Borderberg from Call Collect. They're well clear of Pulse, 3 counties, Light Demon, Risk a Bet, Manor Reef and Galileo, and over to Peter O'Sullivan.
And Borderberg who won it 2 years ago, has a 5-length advantage over Call Collect, who's got a 30-length advantage over Pulse, with the favourite 3 Counties next, and then Light Demon. But racing towards the second last, a long run to it, and it's Alan Hill on Borderberg being pressed all the time by Raymond Martin on Call Collect. Then Katie Reimel moves into third on 3 Counties as they race down towards the second last in the Seagram Fox Hunters. It's a long way home yet. Borderberg from Call Collect and 3 Counties in third. Light Demon is 4. Borderberg lands it absolutely upsides Call Collect. Then 3 Counties who's making ground all the time. Call Collect has the advantage now as they race towards the last. Call Collect with Borderberg under pressure and 3 Counties making ground. Call Collect lands in the lead from Borderberg, who nearly falls there. 3 Counties is challenging Borderberg for second, but racing towards the elbow, and it's Call Collect a long way clear of 3 Counties, who's putting in a storming run now. Racing to the elbow, it's Call Collect from 3 Counties. Risk-A-Bet has moved into third, under a furlong to run for Call Collect. He has it sewn up, racing towards the line. Call Collect is going to win the Seagram Fox Hunters chase. Call Collect and Raymond Martin win it. Racing up towards the line, 3 Counties is just holding Risk-A-Bet as they come to the line. It's going to be close. 3 Counties and Risk-A-Bet in a photo for second, and third with fourth.
7-4, that's the favourite. One More Night, 2-1. Hypnotic, 5-1. Midnight Train, 11-2. Fuego Boy, 20-1, and Just a Half, 50-1.
Yeah, he always has his toe in the iron, whatever he's doing, but he hasn't got any fences to jump on the flat far enough to be really in the reckoning today, I don't think.
20-1 shot, and Ben DeHaan in the plate. Ben, who's not getting the rides these days, he used, but he's a very able pilot indeed. Hypnotic in a terrible sweat there. Number 4, Fook Warwin's horse, came back to form with a vengeance last time out. Only 2 finished at Newbury, but they're under orders. Let's go with Peter.
And Hypnotic just dwelt a little bit there at the start, but it's quite a long run to the first of the 12 fences. It's Just a Half. The leader from One More Night. Hypnotic has made his ground over on the far side, behind Just a Half. In fact, going second now as Just a Half jumps the first from Hypnotic. Fuego Boy and upsides them One More Night nearest to us. Hypnotic jumps right up towards the lead there as they race on this mild-made course towards the third. Hypnotic from Just a Half. Run down to the fence, it'll be the last of the next circuit. Hypnotic from Just a Half and One More Night in Fuego Bay. Midnight Train and Faroda as they run down to the only national fence here, the water. Just a Half and Hypnotic together. They land together, all safely over it. From in third place, One More Night. Then Midnight Train on the inside, Fuego Bay and Faroda, the back marker of the sextet. So Just a Half on the inside of Hypnotic. And One More Night is on the inside of Midnight Train with Fuego Boy on the outside. And Faroda in 6th, but going well just in behind. Into the 6th. Hypnotic and Just a Half. Hypnotic doesn't jump it brilliantly. Midnight Train jumps it well, and One More Night particularly well on the inside too. Just a Half towards the right of the picture as they come to the 7th now. Just a Half from Hypnotic. Midnight Train also jumping well as One More Night. Faroda and the Sheepskin Noseband. Hypnotic has dropped back there, right back, and has been pulled up in fact. Hypnotic is being pulled up as they come to the second ditch And Midnight Train made a mistake there, but got away with it. Just a half going on the inside from One More Night. Feroda getting closer all the time. Fuego Boy on the outside. Then Midnight Train. So 4 left to jump, and just a half the leader from One More Night. Feroda going well in behind them, Fuego Boy well in touch, and then Midnight Train. Racing to the 4th from home. One More Night makes a slight mistake there, but gets away from it fast. Fuego Boy nearest to us. On the far side is just a half. The final ditch here, and One More Night lands in the lead there. One More Night and Luke Harvey as they race down towards the second last. Feroda still coming there strongly towards the left of the picture. Feroda on the near side, One More Night on the far side, and Fuego Boy between the two, and Fuego Boy taking a fractional advantage, but here comes Feroda. The Irish didn't win a race at Cheltenham, but it looks at the moment as though they're going to win a race at Liverpool. Feroda jumps it just a neck in front of Fuego Boy. They're running Fuego Boy, they're running into the closing stages, and it's Tom Taff on Feroda going away now from Fuego Boy. Fuego Boy is fighting back well, they've got 50 yards to run. Feroda holding Fuego Boy as they come to the line. Fuego Feroda wins it from Fuego Boy. Feroda the winner, Fuego Boy second, and third was One More Night, and 4 was Midnight Train. 5th was just a half.
On his toes, active, throwing his head around. The ground will be softer than he wants again. There's Richard Burridge at his near side. Janice Coyle leading him out. Quite a handful he was to saddle. Ears pricked, alert. Richard Burridge with umbrella. And Desert Orchid, who 12 months ago on this day won for the first time ever on a left-handed course, faces a really, really tough task this afternoon. Looks perky. David Ellsworth describes him as really well. Look at the interest that he's taking and everything going on around him. He's dying to look into the ring.
Well, Richard, anxious moments as always for you as Desert Orchid goes down. How is he?
He seems very well. He picked up Janice and threw her across the saddling box, which is a good sign. He's not for Janice, maybe, but he's fierce and he looks very well. He's a bit wound up today because he's been moved stables a couple of times, but went down well enough. Very hopeful.
And how has he come out of that race at Cheltenham, do you think?
Well, he was fine. I saw him the next day, and he seemed fine. And then I saw him 2 days later, and he was raring to go again. And he really looked very pleased with himself, as if he'd proved something important to himself. But obviously, I mean, the ground isn't as bad as all that today. Certainly nothing like as bad as Cheltenham. He had to walk around the course. But on the other hand, giving weight away in this ground, you know, it counts a bit more. It counts a bit double.
Speculation, of course, is whether you'll run him again in the Whitbread after this race. I imagine you'll want to see what happens here first.
Yes. We'll whatever happens here today, we'll have a look at him in a week and then decide what happens then.
Very much the nation's favourite horse now. Everybody's asking the question, will you run him again next season?
Yes, we wouldn't be doing him any favours by retiring him. He doesn't want to spend the winter in a box or in a field. He loves racing, he loves jumping, he adores the applause, and you know, it's our job to make him enjoy him, let him enjoy himself as long as he wants. So hopefully, all being well today, he'll be back again next season.
Well, everybody wishes him a safe return. Thank you, Richard.
Thank you, John.
The going is soft on the Mildmay course, soft and a bit dead, the rider said in the first race. It's heavy on the Grand National course, and Desi's got a real tough task on his hands in this Martell Cup. 8 runners in all. Here's Peter O'Sullivan.
And they're headed by number 1, Desert Orchid, ridden by Simon Sherwood. 2 from Ireland, Hungry Her, ridden by Tommy Carmody. 3, Bow Ranger, ridden by Peter Scudamore. 4, Bishop's Yarn, ridden by Richard Guest. 5, Charter Party, Richard Dunwoody. 6, Delius, Bruce Darling. 7, also from Ireland, Weather the Storm, ridden by Tom Taff. And 8, Desert Orchids, great rival in the Cheltenham Gold Cup. Yahoo, ridden once again by Tom Morgan, and here's how they're betting on this Martel Cup at the moment.
No surprise, Desert Orchid is the favourite, 5-4. Bow Ranger and Yahoo, 5-1. Charter Party, 8-1. Delia's and Bishop's Yarn are on 12-1 from 10s. Weather the Storm and Hungry Her, 25-1.
They're down at the start and the steam is starting to come off Desert Orchid. It's a trait of his. He knows what he's here for. But by golly, having just come out of the Gold Cup after that hard race, I think he looked immaculate in the paddock and was very much on his toes. Bill, what do you think?
Yes, he walked round here like the champion that he is. Really had that perky look to him. I don't think it apparently shows any hard effect from his race at Cheltenham.
Of course, Simon Sherwood, unbeaten, and he'll be trying to remain so. Simon has got a good record around the Aintree fences, both over hurdles and over fences. But of course, this was his great race a year ago when winning for the first time left-handed. But the horse does look exceptionally well. Of course, it's a marvellous thing to have the first three in the Cheltenham Gold Cup back here to do battle again. And the others we'll have a look at in a second. But there is Desi looking in incredibly good form. Number 8, Yahoo. Well, a very different sort, Bill, from Desert Orchid. There's not much of him, is there?
No, there's not, but he does love this ground and will really relish the soft ground going today. Whether this track's quite tough enough for him, he likes a sharp, it's a rather sharp track. You may just find him going a bit quick for him, but he does love the ground. As you say, it's not much of him at all, is there?
No, but what a credit to John Edwards to get him to Cheltenham to finish second in such a brave race. The handicap does indicate that he will beat Desert Orchid today. Well, time will tell whether it does or not. Of course, there's the third horse, number 5, third in the Cheltenham Gold Cup, Charter Party. And doesn't he look well? You wouldn't know he'd had a race at Cheltenham. No,
lovely, big, strong sort of horses, real old-fashioned type, typical of David Nicholson's sort of horses, and he loves so much to train.
He's 8-1 from 7s, and this is he's my each-way shot to bustle up Desi today. I think he may just reverse with Yahoo, because he's been improving steadily all season. What a credit to David Nicholson. It was wondered whether he'd run this season at all, because after winning the Cheltenham Gold Cup, it was discovered that he had a bit of navicular in his feet, but certainly he's had a full programme this year.
He has. He does love the soft ground again, and I must say at Cheltenham he really showed the form of a previous Gold Cup winner by running on to be third, and as you say, he's improved all the year, and he will love this ground today.
And just in front of him, we've got a pair who have got various form, but there is Bow Ranger. A road work on Martin Pipe's gallops upsides this fella recently. He's very well. But again, a horse, although he loves Liverpool, certainly would have been better with better underfoot conditions. He's 11-2 from 5s.
Yes, very fancied for this race last year, if you remember, when Kildimo was favourite and Desert Orchid was second best. This horse spread a plate at the start and was actually withdrawn and didn't run, but he did win this race 3 years ago. I think Kildé was around that day and ran a cracking race, really jumped brilliantly, but the ground was better that time. And I have a feeling he prefers a little bit sounder surface than it will be today.
Would you believe it? When he did win in 86, he was 44-0-1. Cracking horse and has improved with age and always turned out well. Look at his tail there. In immaculate condition, this horse. Looks superb. But there are quite a few other runners in the race. And there is number 2, one of the 2 Irish horses. This is Hungry Her. He's got his tie-tailed up there. Tommy Carmody rides. 25-1 shot for John Mulhern.
Yeah, John Mulhern, who loves to come over with a runner in England, doesn't come unless they have a chance. Now they're off and over to Peton.
And 18 fences to be jumped this time on the Malmö course. Desert Orchid from Charter Party, Yahoo and Bow Ranger on the far side as they jump the first. Racing towards the second. Only one Grand National fence in this race, and that's the Water, which is number 3 and number 11 on the second circuit. Desert Orchid lands in the lead from Charter Party and Bow Ranger and Yahoo and Delius. Hungry Her, Weather the Storm, and finally, as he's usually dropped out in the early stages, Bishop's Yarn. So, at the Water, this the one Grand National obstacle, and Desert Orchid lands in the lead from Bow Ranger and Charter Party and Delius and Yahoo, Hungry Her, then Weather the Storm and Bishop's Yarn as they swing left-handed, and Desert Orchid and Simon Sherwood. Head, Charter Party and Bow Ranger and Delius, followed by Yahoo, then Hungry Her, Weather the Storm and Bishop's Yarn, race alongside the Melling Road there and race towards the fourth with Desert Orchid leading Charter Party. 2 Gold Cup winners, followed very closely by Bow Ranger, Delius and Yahoo and Hungry Her, and Weather the Storm and Bishop's Yarn. As they race towards the next, number 5, Desert Orchid from Charter Party, and Bow Ranger and Delius, and Hungry Her, Weather the Storm on the inside, Yahoo on the outside. First of the 4 ditches here. Weather the Storm just making a little bit of progress in the rear. Desert Orchid landed in the lead there from Charter Party. Then Bow Ranger, Delius, Hungry Her. On the outside, Yahoo, Weather the Storm, and Bishop's Yarn. 2 miles to race now in this Martel Cup, with Desert Orchid leading Charter Party and Bow Ranger, and Delius quite close in 4th, then Yahoo and Hungry Her matching strides as they race towards the 7th. Desert Orchid lands in the lead from Charter Party, Delius and Bow Ranger. Then Hungry Her as they come towards the 2nd of the ditches. Desert Orchid lands in the lead from Charter Party and Bow Ranger and Delius, then Hungry Her, then Yahoo, Weather the Storm, and Bishop's Yarn. This will be the second last on the next circuit, number 9 this time. Desert Orchid from Bow Ranger and Charter Party and Delius. Hungry Her, Yahoo, Weather the Storm, and Bishop's Yarn. Number 10 of the 18 fences in all, Desert Orchid lands in the lead from Charter Party and Bow Ranger and Delius, and Hungry Her, Yahoo, Weather the Storm, and Bishop's Yarn. And now running down to the water. Number 11, Desert Orchid has made all the running so far, jumps it 2 lengths clear of Bow Ranger and Charter Party, with Delius 4, Hungry Her 5, Yahoo 6, 7 on the inside, Weather the Storm, 8 is Bishop's Yarn. So out into the country for another circuit, the final circuit. And Desert Orchid leads Charter Party. Delius getting closer on the outside of Bow Ranger on the inner. A little gap then to Hungry Her, and then Yahoo, and behind Yahoo, Weather the Storm, and then Bishop's Yarn as they come to the 12th. Desert Orchid from Charter Party. Delius jumps. Desert Orchid has gone. Desert Orchid have fallen, and Charter Party's gone too. Desert Orchid is up all right. Desert Orchid's up all right. He brought down Charter Party. Desi's rider is still to rise. Simon Sherwood. They may well have fell independently, those two, you know. There's the grey jumping all right, riderless. But Richard Dunwood is up on his feet all right, but Simon Sherwood is yet to rise. Yes, he's up on his feet all right. There's Simon, and Delius jumps that in the lead from Bow Ranger, the 44-1 winner in 1986, with Yahoo in 3rd place and Bishop's Yarn getting closer in 4th. They've got 4 left to jump now in this Martel chase. Desert Orchid haven't fallen, Charter Party having fallen, the 2 Gold Cup winners on the floor, but both all right apparently, both their riders all right, and Delius in the lead from Bow Ranger and Yahoo as they come down now to the 4th last fence. Delius lands in the lead, Bow Ranger 2nd, Yahoo getting closer in 3rd, Bishop's Yarn is 4. This is the final ditch, 3 from home. Delius from Bow Ranger. Yahoo still getting closer. Delius lands in the lead. Yahoo out jumps Bow Ranger. Bishop's Yarn jumps in 4th. Racing down to the 2nd last now. Delius being pressed now by Yahoo. It's Delius and Bruce Darling from Yahoo, Tom Morgan as they jump it, and Yahoo is making ground all the time on Delius as they come down to the final fence in the Martel chase. It's Delius under pressure with Yahoo coming there, cruising. Delius from Yahoo over the last. Delius from Yahoo. Delius the better chunk. Racing into the closing stages. Delius from Yahoo. Yahoo putting in a great challenge on the near side to get the advantage. Yahoo is going to win it as they race to the line. Yahoo wins the Mardell chase. Delius will be second. It's going to be very close for third. Yahoo the winner, Delius second. Bishop's Yarn gets up to be third, ahead of Bow Ranger 4 and Weather the Storm, the other finisher, 5. And there's Desert Orchid. He's been retrieved all right. He must be very surprised. He doesn't look any the worse. Richard Burridge there with him. The fallout out in the country with Charter Party as well. And the winner, the horse, the Desert Orchid, beat so narrowly in the Cheltenham Gold Cup, Yahoo. And the official result, first, number 8, Yahoo, owned by Mr. Alan Parker, trained by John Edwards, ridden by Tom Morgan, beautifully written, if one may say it too. Second is number 6, Delius, owned by Mr. John Renton, trained by Richard Lee and ridden by Bruce Darling. And third, number 4, Bishop's Yarn, owned by British Thoroughbred Racing and Breeding Public Limited Company, trained by Toby Balding and ridden by Richard Guest. Fourth was number 3, Bow Ranger, and the winner, whom we're looking at here, a 5-to-1 chance. So Desert Orchid being led in rather uncharacteristically this time by his owner Richard Burridge, not led into the winner's circle but being led in after falling. And there's Janice Coyle. Well, she'll be very relieved to find that Desi's walking sound on all 4 legs after that very uncharacteristic tip up. The winner of 27 of his 54 races, he went to post. In fact, they were the winners of 144 races when they lined up. So Desi facing his public in a rather uncharacteristic role this time as he returns after his fall in the Martel Cup, in which his Cheltenham conqueror gained rich reward for his gallant effort in the Gold Cup. Well, he certainly doesn't seem to have been greatly disturbed by the lapse. That's David Ellsworth on the far side there. It's by the horse's quarters. And so a great start ever fences meeting for the John Edwards stable, for whom Tom Morgan here will be riding Dixton House in the big one on Saturday. This is Tom's 46th winner of the season. Number 61 for his governor, John Edwards. Winner now of 10 of his 26 races as he returns to the winner's circle at Aintree. This 8-year-old son of Trombone out of Coolrow Arga by Lawrence Earl, who is officially a 10 lengths winner with 10 lengths also separating second and third. And the starting prizes as follows.
First, number 8, Yahoo, 5-to-1. Second, number 6, Delius, 12-to-1. And third, number 4, Bishop's Yarn, 13-to-1.
Well, all credit to Yahoo. Let's not forget he won, and he certainly deserved to after his gallant defeat in the Gold Cup. But what about Desert Orchid? Could you believe that this race could claim Dawn Run, one of the great Gold Cup winners, and Desert Orchid in a matter of 3 years? Here he is, coming back, none the worse, probably a little bit bemused, probably a little bit cross with himself. I don't think he's got it in himself to be ashamed. I'm sure that he would feel that probably it was a fault on the part of the ground or whatever. But he's certainly looking round and, as always, enjoying the attention being showered on.
9 flights to be jumped, and Irish Wind jumped straight off into the lead, about a 2-3 length advantage, in fact, almost 4 over Decided, who is second, as they race to this first turn. Irish Wind, they're not going a great pace. The going officially soft on the hurdles course and officially heavy on the Grand National course, as the rain persists here at Aintree, and Irish Wind takes them along in this Seagram 100 Pipers top novices hurdle. Irish Wind and Decided, with Frozen Minstrel nearest to us, Battalion over on the far side and Versatile next, and then First Division. They're followed by Granville Hotel and Young Bence. Irish Wind, the leader, from Frozen Minstrel second, then Decided now third, Battalion, Versatile, Granville Hotel and Young Bence, as they jumped the flight that would be the last on the next circuit. Irish Wind from Frozen Minstrel, then Decided, a Battalion on the far side, Versatile in First Division, then Granville Hotel nearest to us. Behind them come Unpaid Member. Just the back marker at the moment is Great Aspect, and Irish Wind and Frozen Minstrel pass the post together. Well clear of Decided in third. Then comes Versatile and Battalion and Granville Hotel on the outside. Behind Granville Hotel is First Division and then Young Bence, and behind Young Bence is Unpaid Member. Great Aspect is just the back marker, and Irish Wind and Frozen Minstrel have really quickened it up along the far side now, as they come to the fourth of the 9 flights in all. Irish Wind lands from Irish Minstrel, then Decided, and Versatile and Battalion and Granville Hotel on the far side, and First Division is next, then Unpaid Member, then Great Aspect and Redundant Pal and Young Bence. Over the fifth, Irish Wind and Frozen Minstrel, a little between the two. Granville Hotel has now gone third on the outside of Versatile, followed by 4, that was 4 from home, followed by First Division as they swing left-handed. Irish Wind from Frozen Minstrel, Granville Hotel, Versatile on the inside, then First Division. Battalion has dropped back last. Young Bence is making quite good progress. Frozen Minstrel and Irish Wind from Granville Hotel and Versatile, 3 left to jump, then First Division, then Young Bence still running smoothly, and behind him Decided, and then Unpaid Member and Redundant Pal and Great Aspect, and finally Battalion. Beginning the turn for home now, Irish Wind, Granville Hotel and Versatile. Granville Hotel, that is nearest to us, under Tommy Comedy, with Versatile on his far side. Then comes Decided, running very smoothly just in behind the lead. Versatile from Granville Hotel at that one. Then Decided, and then First Division, and then Young Bence still making progress as they run down towards the final flight. And First Division on the far side, Decided, second last flight rather, Decided on the near side, mistake there by Versatile. Granville Hotel has dropped out of it, and it's over on the far side First Division, on the near side Decided, between horses Redundant Pal making a good run. First Division, Redundant Pal and Decided. There's little between these 3. Decided on the near side and Redundant Pal just getting the better of Decided. Decided fighting back, Redundant Pal with the advantage. It's Redundant Pal and Decided, and Young Bence putting in a tremendous run as they race towards the line. Redundant Pal and Decided from Young Bence. It's going to be a photo finish, and at the line, Young Bence has just got up to beat it. Young Bence has won it from Redundant Pal and Decided. And officially, I think we'll find it's a photo, but Young Bence has got up to beat Redundant Pal and Decided for me with First Division 4th. Yes, it's officially a photograph, but no doubt that the winner is Young Bence. No, the judges called it. The judges called it first, number 12, Young Bence, owned by Mr. T.H. Bennett, trained by Peter Easterby, ridden by Lorcanois, and a photo for second and third between Decided and Redundant Pal, and very close between those two. But this is the winner Marvellously timed run by Lorcan to win his 31st race of the season and 42nd for his governor, Peter Easterby, as young Bence, this 5-year-old by a young generation out of Cavaliers Blush, gets up in the dying strides of this Seagram 100 Pipers top novices hurdle with a close photo for second and third.
It had been a good gallop from the start, but by golly, the possible result did change several times. At this stage, Decided, nearest to us, looked to be going much the best. Eventual winners only just 4. On the inside, the yellow colours, his first division. But then all of a sudden, Decided wasn't going to win, was he? Because now Redundant Powell, the middle one of the leading 3, has just got the edge. Young Ben still making ground, but not very fast. You wouldn't have backed him at this stage if you'd been given the chance. But as first division weakens on the rails under Richard Dunwoody, Redundant Powell goes about a neck up. Pat Kavanagh looks as if he's going to win his second big race of the season on this horse. But young Ben's, without the visor today, does respond to Lorcan Wire's driving, and then all of a sudden he really runs. Decided can give no more, although he does come back slightly on the line. But just look as the dying strides see young Ben's forging away, and in the end he wins actually quite handsomely. Decided fights back and makes a much better race of it for second place, with first division back in 4th.
Young Bence, the drifting 3-to-1 favourite, having won a race that really looked totally unwinnable, approaching the 9th and final flight in this Seagram 100 Pipers top novices hurdle. Lorcan Wire currently without a ride in the big one on Saturday. And I say currently because, of course, there are several chases and hurdle races to come yet, so there are always invariably a few jockey changes, unhappily, before the big one because of injuries. Meanwhile, young Bence returns to the winner's circle, and a very, very worthy winner. It's his 3rd success of the season. Decided was officially second, and Redundant Powell number 1, 3rd, with 4th, number 5, first division. Half a length and a short head. So just to recap that official result, first, number 12, Young Bence, owned by Mr. T.H. Bennett, trained by Peter Easterby and ridden by Lorcan Wire. Second was number 4, Decided, owned by Richard Green, Fine Paintings, trained by Oliver Sherwood and ridden by Simon Sherwood. And third was number 1, Redundant Powell, owned by Mr. Pierce O'Neill, trained by Paddy Mullins in Ireland and ridden by Peter Kavanagh. And fourth was number 5, first division. And a happy last there, and the starting prices as follows.
Number 12, first, Young Bence, 3-to-1 favourite. The second, number 4, Decided, 4-to-1. And third, number 1, Redundant Powell.
On this heavy going on the Grand National course with Villiers Town in the lead. General Chandos with his white face showing on the right outside. Red Columbia between horses. They're all safely over the first. Racing towards the second. Villiers Town with the breast girth towards the right of the picture. Then Red Columbia, General Chandos towards the left. Then comes Valley Justice, Eton Rouge, and General Chandos nodded at that one. And now they race down towards the chair, the biggest obstacle on the course, 5'2", this daunting chair with a very big ditch on the takeoff side, and Villiers Town in the lead from Red Columbia, Valley Justice and Eton Rouge. And the two of them are gone there, and Proverity and William Crump are the fallers as they race down towards the water in the John Hughes Memorial, with Villiers Town the leader and only 5 of them left, and a slow jump by Valley Justice as Villiers Town leads Red Columbia on the inside. It's Eton Rouge, 4th is General Chandos, and 5th is Valley Justice. Both horses are all right, and looking back to the fence, I see that Simon McNeil is up and Philip Fenton is still on the floor. But as they cross the Milling Road, it's Villiers Town in the lead from Red Columbia. Then on the inside, Eton Rouge. On the outside, General Chandos with Valley Justice, and over to John Hanmer.
And coming towards fence number 5, on the right of the picture, Villiers Town. Over on the left, General Chandos with a white face. Red Columbia, Valley Justice and Eton Rouge all close up, but Villiers Town jumps it well in the lead. And coming down to fence number 6, Simon Sherwood on Villiers Town, sticking to the inside rails. Next to him, Eton Rouge, then Red Columbia, Valley Justice, and on the wide outside is General Chandos. And they all jump that well enough, particularly the leader. And coming down to this very big ditch in front of us, it'll be fence 3 in the National on Saturday, and Villiers Town the leader. Really stands off and jumps it well. General Chandos, a slight mistake in 4th place, but going to the next plain fence, it's Villiers Town from Eton Rouge, Red Columbia, General Chandos and Valley Justice, and here's Julian Wilson.
Yes, Villiers Town once again jumping from fence to fence. General Chandos jumped away a little bit to the right there, but Simon Sherwood's taking the Fred Winder path down the inside of the course as they come to the fence before Beechers. Villiers Town from Eton Rouge and Red Columbia, General Chandos, and all over that Valley Justice over last as they come down to Beechers Brook. Villiers Town, who led for so far in this race last year by 2 or 3 lengths from Eton Rouge second, Red Columbia is third, then General Chandos and Valley Justice as they come to Beechers. Villiers Town pricks his ears, the top weight comes to it, flies over it, soars over it, all over Beechers, all the 5 survivors, and Villiers Town with a lead of 3 or 4 lengths now. Red Columbia moving up on the outside of Eton Rouge, a gap back to General Chandos, and then Valley Justice as they come towards the notorious 23rd fence in the Grand National, and they all jump that, and Simon Sherwood having a dream of a ride so far on Villiers Town. Villiers Town by 3 lengths now from Eton Rouge in second. Red Columbia is third, then General Chandos and Valley Justice as they come to the canal turn. Villiers Town picks his spot, flies over it. Red Columbia jumps right up on the outside. Eton Rouge is third, and quite a gap back to General Chandos now in fourth as they come to Valentine's Brook. At Valentine's, Villiers Town flies it. Red Columbia second, Eton Rouge third, then General Chandos and Valley Justice as they run down towards the next, with Villiers Town still the leader from Red Columbia, Eton Rouge, General Chandos and Valley Justice as we rejoin John Hanmer.
And that was 5 from home, and Villiers Town the leader from Red Columbia. Then Eton Rouge is third. General Chandos, who's hit quite a few, seems to be struggling in 4th place. And well last is Valley Justice. Last open ditch, 4 out. Villiers Town, and that one he got slightly wrong, and leads by just about a length now from Red Columbia. Eton Rouge is close up third. Half a dozen lengths to General Chandos as they come to the 3rd last fence. Villiers Town, ears pricked. Jumps that one well. Red Columbia over second. Another mistake by General Chandos back in 4th. Valley Justice just jumping now is 5th. But as they go across the Milling Road with 2 to jump, Villiers Town closely pressed now by Eton Rouge. Red Columbia 3rd. General Chandos trying to get back into it 4th. Valley Justice tail right off is 5th, and over to Peter O'Sullivan.
And 24 pounds in it, Villiers Town conceding a lot of weight to Eton Rouge, who's the challenger now in second. General Chandos trying to make ground on the outside of Red Columbia as they race now towards the 2nd last fence in the John Hughes Memorial Trophy, and a long run to it. And Villiers Town, the top weight, who's made just about all the running so far, still in the lead from Eton Rouge, the challenger. So it's Simon Sherwood from on the near side, John Brown at the 2nd last. Villiers Town lands in the lead from Eton Rouge. Villiers Town towards the right of the picture, Eton Rouge. General Chandos with his white face moves into 3rd. 4 is Red Columbia at the final fence now. Villiers Town lands in the lead, 2 lengths clear of Eton Rouge. Then Red Columbia makes a mistake, and then General Chandos racing towards the elbow now in the John Hughes Memorial. And here's a tremendous performance by Villiers Town, ridden by Simon Sherwood, who rides his stable companion, the Thinker, in the Grand National on Saturday. So Arthur Stevenson, who's 4-handed in the Grand National, wins the first running of the John Hughes Memorial Memorial Trophy as Villiers Town under 11 stone 10 strides clear to win a tremendous race. Villiers Town is the winner, Eton Rouge is second, Red Columbia is third, and fourth will be General Chanders. And so the result of the John Hughes Memorial 1989. First, number 1, Villiers Town. The sheepskin nose band. Over on the far side is Big Sun, is just about the leader from Sordine and another strip light, and Brabant a Boy on the near side. And all over the first. Running up to the next, Big Sun and Sordine. Sordine just the leader now from Big Sun. Swardine lands in the lead from Big Sun and another strip light and Weenish. And now to the only Grand National obstacle in this 18-fenced 3 mile and a furlong over the Malmö course Mum Club Novices Chase, with Swardine, the clear leader, over the water from Big Sun and another strip light and Weenish. And on the far side, Pharaoh's Lean, on the near side, Brabant a Boy. Between horses is Toby Tobias. Just behind them come Enver Back Token and Park Prince. Behind Park Prince, as they race left-handed now, comes Zuko. Behind Zuko is Spark of Peace, and behind them Steeple View and Ickworth. So a long way leader, Swardine, by about 12 lengths now from Big Sun as he comes to the 4th fence. Swardine at the 4th, a long way clear, jumps it clear, Big Sun, and another strip light come to it next ahead of Weenish and Brabant a Boy and Toby Tobias, and Pharaoh's Lean on the inside, then Everpack Token, then Zuko and Steeple View and Park Prince. Over the 5th, Swardine jumps a long way clear of another strip light and Big Sun, then Brabant a Boy and Weenish on the inside, and Toby Tobias. Racing towards the first of the ditches, Swardine. Swardine jumps it a long way clear as the others come to it, headed by another strip light, Big Sun. On the inside, Weenish jumps it well, a mistake you may have spotted there by Spark of Peace. And this is the second group, as it were, and that's the leader, Swardine, with a long way to go towards the next. Big Sun just heading to the remainder from another strip light, then Weenish on the inside, and then Everpack Token has made good progress, then Brabant a Boy, then Toby Tobias, and this is the leader. Swardine coming to the 2nd, and that'll give you an idea of the gap. Coming to the 7th, Swardine jumps it a long way clear of Big Sun, another strip light, Weenish, Everpack Token, Toby Tobias. 2nd of the ditches now. Swardine, a long way clear of another strip light and Big Sun. Then Toby Tobias and Weenish and Everpack Token and Brabant a Boy. Running down to what will be the 2nd last fence next time, the 9th this time, Swardine, a long way clear of another strip light. Big Sun, Everpack Token and Weenish and Toby Tobias. Pharaoh's Lean over on the far side trying to get into the picture. Then comes Park Prince making quite good progress over the 10th, Swardine. Then come the remainder, another strip light in the sheepskin nose band, then Big Sun on his inside, then Everpack Token, then Brabant a Boy, Weenish on the far side with Toby Tobias, and then Steeple View and Park Prince. Over the water, Swardine, a good 10-12 lengths clear of Big Sun, another strip light, Brabant a Boy, Toby Tobias and Weenish, Everpack Token and Steeple View and Park Prince, and then comes Pharaoh's Lean, all 13 still standing, then Ickworth, then comes Zuko, and last is Spark of Peace, who made that mistake over on the far side. A 15 to 20 length leader now, Swardine, over on the far side. From in 2nd place, leading the next group, Big Sun with Brabant a Boy and Weenish, and then Toby Tobias. But Swardine coming to the next now. Number 12 of the 18 fences. Swardine and Bruce Darling jump it well clear. They just stumble a little bit on landing, but don't lose any impetus. Then comes Brabant a Boy, mistake there by Weenish, who's lost 4 places. Big Sun well there on the inside. Pharaoh's Lean's making good ground. Another strip light still there. 6 from home for Swardine now. Swardine lands in the lead, a long way clear of Big Sun. Inverpack Token and Toby Tobias, and Pharaoh's Lean comes next, then another Strip Light and Brabiner Boy, and behind them Park Prince. Third of the four ditches, Swardine lands a long way clear. Inverpack Token moves into second. A faller there, Toby Tobias. Toby Tobias has gone there and interfered with Ickworth. And now Swardine racing round the top turn, a long way clear of Inverpack Token and Big Sun. 4 left to jump. Pharaoh's Lean is 4. 5 is Zuko. 6 is Steeple View. 7 is Park View. And 8 is Brabiner Boy. But Swardine still trying to win this for the second successive year for Richard Lee's stable and for Bruce Darling as well. A long way clear. Swardine lands over it from Inverpack Token, getting closer in second. Big Sun is third. Steeple View 4. Zuko 5. Pharaoh's Lean. This is the final ditch now in the Mum Novices chase. Swardine makes a mistake and almost pulls up, but gets going again. Inverpack Token is second. Big Sun is third. Coming down to the second last fence now in the Mum Club Novices chase. Swardine is still clear of Inverpack Token, who jumps in second. Big Sun third. Zuko 4. Steeple View 5. Coming down to the final fence. Swardine trying to complete a famous double following Delius's triumph last year. Swardine has a 4-length advantage. He jumps it 4 lengths clear of Inverpack Token. It's Swardine with Inverpack Token putting in a tremendous run now. It's Swardine from Inverpack Token. 150 yards to run. Swardine from Inverpack Token. Swardine is holding Inverpack Token. He's made every yard of the running. He's won it. Swardine has won. Inverpack Token is second. Brabiner Boy is third. Fourth is Steeple View. 5 Big Sun. Then came Park View, and behind him Zuko, and behind him another Spotlight, and then Weenish, and then
Vodkatini is the most favoured, 11-4. The first Noel 6-1. So is Mickler and Long Engagement. But Alma, opened at 7s, is now 8-1. Mr. Key and Feroda the same price, 8-1. Prize Asset 20-1. Outlaw 25-1.
We'll join Peter.
yeah, he's just turned at the moment, being led in. This looks like it should be okay. No, he's planted. Vodkatini's planted himself. He stayed there. He's not going to take any part. The race is being run without Vodkatini. 8 of them left, and they're being led by First Knoll and Prize Asset as they race towards the first of the 12 fences. Prize Asset and First Knoll. They jump it almost in unison with Bon Alma jumping it last, running down now towards the second. This is the first of the ditches. First Knoll and Prize Asset, they land from Long Engagement. They're all safely over it with yesterday's winner now. Bon Alma dropped back to last. And Prize Asset and Simon Earl just leading First Knoll and Conor O'Dwyer, a little between them, and then Long Engagement. Then comes McClure going the shortest way on the inside. Behind him is Outlaw. Behind Outlaw is Mr. Key. First Knoll just landed in the lead there from Prize Asset. There's been very little between them all the way there as they run down to the only obstacle that features in the Grand National, the water. First Knoll from Prize Asset with McClure travelling well over on the far side. Long Engagement is next. Then behind them comes Outlaw. Behind Outlaw is Mr. Key. Behind Mr. Key is Bon Alma and Feroda. Running down the far side, McClure going the shortest way. Mark Dwyer on the inside saves quite a bit of ground there, but over on the far side it's First Knoll and Prize Asset who are just shading him. Then comes Long Engagement. Behind Long Engagement is Outlaw. Gap then to Mr. Key. Then Feroda and Bon Alma as they race towards the next. Prize Asset. And First Knoll on the outside, McClure on the inner, then Long Engagement. Then comes Outlaw, Mr. Key making a little bit of progress. Then Feroda and Bon Alma. Little between the three leaders there. Prize Asset on the near side, McClure, and on the far side, First Knoll. This is another ditch. McClure on the right of the picture. Prize Asset on the far side. Vodkatini just getting a cheer as he passes the stands. That's Outlaw, who's moved into third place now as they race towards the fourth from home in this Captain Morgan chase. McClure with the sheepskin noseband on the inside. The sheepskin noseband on the outside is Prize Asset as they come to it. Prize Asset and McClure. Little between them. Then comes Outlaw in third. First Knoll has been pulled up. Feroda's made quite a bit of progress. Coming down to the next. Prize Asset and McClure. Then comes Outlaw. Then still making good ground is Feroda, yesterday's winner, just in behind the lead. Prize Asset at the second last. From McClure on the far side, it's Prize Asset, McClure. Then comes Outlaw, and then Feroda as they come down to the final fence now. Prize Asset just going to land in the lead. Prize Asset from McClure on the far side. Outlaw on the near side. Feroda finishing very strongly towards the near side. It's Prize Asset from Feroda. Feroda trying to win for the second successive day. Prize Asset from Feroda. There's nothing between them. Feroda just beginning to get up. Feroda gets up and wins it on the line. Feroda's won. Second is Prize Asset. McClure is third, and fourth is Outlaw. So a fantastic achievement by Feroda, who won here at Aintree yesterday, who puts his...
And Celtic Shot still the favourite, and the price 5-2. Vicario de Brave 4-1. Vagador is 6-1. That's drifting. Kingsmill 8-1. Beach Road 10s, Floyd 11-1 from 10s, Clocktaney and Sabandloa 14-1, Condor Pan is 20-1 and 50-1 bar.
Now King's Mill there in the white vest and the brown sleeves looked exceptional in the paddock, as did Vicario de Braze. 8-1 from 7s, owned by a very enthusiastic bunch from Ireland, trained no less than Tommy Stack, who rode Red Rum to win the 77 Grand National. This horse looks well, his form's good, won a big race in Ireland, Bill.
He looked an absolute picture in the paddock, really beautifully turned out, and Tommy very keen on his chances here today. Declan Murphy rides him. He rode him in Ireland when he won the Wessels Cable Champion hurdle, and Declan, very underrated jockey, not used an awful lot.
Celtic Shot is 9-4, Vicario's 4-1, Vagador is 6-1, 8-1, bar, remember, two champion hurdlers in this race, the 89 and 88. Let's go with Peter.
And they're running, and Sabandoulois takes it up immediately from Cliffalder and Floyd and Celtic Shot. Behind them, Cashew King, as they jump the first of the 11 flights. All safely over it with Vagador the back marker and Sabandoulois setting a pretty fast pace from Celtic Shot. Then on the inside comes Cliffalder, then Floyd. Behind Floyd is Cashew King, Condor Pan and Merry Jr. And behind them, Vicario de Bray and Clocktaney and Beach Road. Vagador and Kingsmill begin to swing left-handed out of the back stretch for the first time. Sabandoulois from Celtic Shot, then a little gap to Cliffalder, about 3 lengths then to Floyd, who's followed by Cashew King, who has Merry Jr. behind him, then Vicario de Bray, and then Clocktaney and Condor Pan and Beach Road, Vagador and Kingsmill. They're going a good pace. Sabandoulois almost joined by the ex-champion Celtic Shot. Very close third is Cliffalder. A little gap then to Floyd, Cashew King, Clocktaney, Merry Jr., Vicario de Bray, Vagador, Beach Road, Condor Pan and Kingsmill as they race to the first flight in the straight on the first circuit. Sabandoulois lands in the lead from Celtic Shot, little between them. Just in behind them come Cliffalder, then Cashew King, Floyd, Clocktaney, Merry Jr. over on the far side, Sabandoulois and Celtic Shot again from Cliffalder. Cashew King, Merry Jr., Floyd, Clocktaney, Vagador, who's made ground, Condor Pan over on the far side, Sabandoulois, Celtic Shot, Cliffalder. Mary Junior and Cashew King, and behind them Floyd, Clocktaney, Vicario-de-Bray, Beach Road, then on the far side Condor, Pan, Vagador, and finally King's Mill. So as they pass the winning post with another complete circuit, it's Sabandoulois from Celtic Shot, Mary Junior, Cashew King, Cliffalder. Then on the outside comes Clocktaney, Floyd, and then Vicario-de-Bray travelling well on the inner. Behind him is the current champion, Beach Road, and behind Beach Road, Condor, Pan, Vagador, and King's Mill. They're over the far side. Sabandoulois still leading Celtic Shot. In third is Mary Junior, 4 Cliffalder, 5 Cashew King, 6 Clocktaney making ground, 7 and 8 are Floyd and Vicario-de-Bray, and then Condor, Pan, and then Beach Road, and behind Beach Road is Vagador. King's Mill is the back marker, and Sabandoulois, the leader, races towards the next flight and jumps it from Celtic Shot, with on the inside Mary Junior, then Floyd and Cliffalder on the near side. Cashew King not far behind them. As they jump this one, Sabandoulois and Celtic Shot, Cashew King, Cliffalder on the far side, Condor, Pan. Beach Road has made quite good progress on his outside. Vagador's getting into the picture too. Mary Junior is dropping out of it, and they mostly went through the gap there, except Mary Junior, who jumped one and lost a bit of ground in the process. And now Celtic Shot, the former champion, has gone clear. Celtic Shot has now gone well clear from on the inside Sabandoulois, then Cliffalder, then comes Cashew King. King's Mill is making very good progress. Sabandoulois is losing ground quickly now, racing round the home turn now, and it's Celtic Shot well clear of Cashew King. Clocktaney for Ireland on the outside, then Cliffalder, then King's Mill. Behind King's Mill is Condor, Pan, and Vicario-de-Bray drops right out of it with Sabandoulois. They're both going to be pulled up, in fact, as the leader races towards the next. It's Celtic Shot and Peter Scudamore clear at the moment from Clocktaney. King's Mill making good ground in third, then Cashew King, then Beach Road trying to make progress, but coming down towards the second last, and as they do so, it's Celtic Shot clear. Celtic Shot and Peter Scudamore make a hash of it, but get away with it. Beach Road is making good progress. It's the former champion and the current champion now as they come down towards the last. Celtic Shot being challenged by the current champion, Beach Road. Beach Road on the near side lands in the lead from Celtic Shot. Clocktaney is third. King's Mill a faller. Condor Pan's a faller there too. Beach Road, the champion hurdler of 1989, going away from the champion hurdler of 1988 with Clocktaney finishing well. Vagador running on fast, but Beach Road has it well sewn up, and as they come to the line, Beach Road wins the Sandham and Aintree hurdle. Celtic Shot is second. Third is Clocktaney in a photo. Those two are in a photo. Vagador was fourth. Behind them came Floyd and Cashew King, and behind them was Cliffalder. And as I mentioned earlier, pulled up Sabandoulois and the bitterly disappointing Vicario-de-Bray, who's been dismounted, and Mary Junior was pulled up as well. And so the result of the 1989 Sandham and Aintree hurdle. First, number 1, Beach Road, owned by Mr. Tony Geek, trained by Toby Balding, ridden by Richard Guest. And it's a photo for second place, a close one between number 3, Celtic Shot, and number 5, Clocktaney, with Vagador fourth. But this is the winner. The champion hurdler of 1989 has confirmed his supremacy, become number 52 of the season for Toby Balding, and number 18 for Richard Guest, the 10-to-1 winner. Amazing to see the champion hurdler go off at 10-to-1, being followed in there by Clocktaney. Beach Road, the comfortable winner.
Yes, you could have had 12-to-1 about him this morning. What an insult to a champion hurdler. Celtic Shot looked home and hose half a mile out when Peter Scudamore shook off his rivals. But when Richard Guest got a run out of this horse, there's only one result. And look at the way he's jumped the last. Really picked up, gone clear. King's Mill, very tired when he fell at the last, and brings down Condor Pan. Two Irish challengers came to grief simultaneously. But the champion hurdler, who hasn't been given the respect that he deserves, has now earned it in no uncertain fashion. He's gone away, proved himself a champion over 2 and 2 mile 5, and a most impressive performance. Celtic Shot, who I've always thought it wanted 2.5 miles, in the end hasn't lasted the last quarter of a mile, and in fact he's only just, if he has, held on to second place. But how good to see Beach Road giving the way all way round and providing Toby Balding and Richard Guest with the most satisfying success, because now the horse must be given credit. It's very, very close indeed for second. Clockdaney, in fact, has just held second from Celtic Shot, with Vagador, who once again came from a long way back, wearing a new bridle today, in fourth.
So 1 Beach Road, 10-1. Second, number 5, Clockdaney, 16-1. And third, number 3, Celtic Shot, 5-2 favourite.
Edition and Dixton House, the joint favourites at 7-1. Unseparated in the market. The Thinker 10-1. Bonanza Boy 10-1. 12-1 bar the 4. And now they're beginning to get called in. The 40 runners beginning to spread across the course. A roar from the crowd as they're being called in. The starter, but and Bob Tisdall breaks the tape. Bob Tisdall breaks the tape, and he turns to come back. John White, on this winner of 9 of his 38 races, stable companion of Dixton House, trained by John Edwards. This happened last year. The tape was broken at the first attempt. The others waiting as patiently as they can for Bob Tisdall to... So Keith Brown asking him to come in again. Keith Brown, the starter. It's a pretty good line. Steersby and Queensway Boy just a little bit behind the other 38. Wait! Tells him to wait. Come on! This looks like it's got away. And they're running. And in the early stages, West Tip goes right up there. The early stages from Mithras and Newnham and Little Polver and C&M, and last of the Brownies. Then on the inside comes Cranlone, on the outside Mr. Chris with Bonanza Boy, and Brown Tricks making ground on the far side too. It's West Tip though in the centre. Dixton House is well up there. Also Mr. Chris, and over on the far side Brown Tricks, and over to John Hanmer.
And Bob Tisdall virtually refused to start. He's only just about started now as Brown Tricks leads them over the first. A very bad mistake by Smart Tar. Beam Wham jumps it towards the rear of the field, and the only faller there is Serimau, though Bob Tisdall hasn't yet got to the fence. Over the second, and Brown Tricks and Mr. Pitcher, 53 years old, on the far side, leads the national field. They're all clear. Steersby right up with him. Then in the centre is Mr. Chris. West Tip on the near side. Dixton House is right up with the leaders. All the leaders over the big ditch safely. And I haven't seen a faller yet. Right at the back of the field, Sidbury Hill, and no fallers at the third as they go to the fourth. Steersby on the wide outside. Bob Tisdall's refused. They jump the fourth, and over to you, Julian Wilson.
Steersby led over that one. Brown Tricks made a bit of a mistake. Queensway Boys there in the centre. Mr. Chris also there in the centre, and Dixton House is right up with the leaders, as is West Tip just behind the leaders, and Newnham right on the inside as they come to the one before Beechers. Steersby over from Dixton House over in second, West Tip third. Newnham is over in fourth. Close behind the leaders is Smart Tar, who made a bad mistake early, and now they race down to Beechers Brook with Steersby in the lead. Steersby on the wide outside from Dixton House and West Tip, and Mr. Chris and Newnham and Mithras on the inside as they jump Beechers. And Dixton House is down. Dixton House is down, and Attitude Adjuster's made a terrible mistake, and another baller at the back is Brown Tricks. He's down, and Suggest also as they jump the next one. And Brown Tricks also is down, as I called before, but the leaders now, Steersby from West Tip, Mithras going up in the inside. Newnham is in fourth. Behind those Team Challenge and Mr. Chris. Smart Tar on the outside. Little Paul Beer as they jump the canal turn. Steersby over from Mithras in second. Newnham in the inside of West Tip. Behind those are Team Challenge and Mr. Chris, then Smart Tar and Little Paul Beer. Then Durham Edition. Behind that is Last of the Brownies and Queensway Boy and Mononor as they jump the next one. And all the leaders over that. In fact, everything jumps the next. A bad mistake at the back by Smart Side as we rejoin John Hammer.
And Steersby the leader from West Tip, then Mithras, Newnham, Team Challenge is next. Then towards the outside, Smart Tar, then Little Polvier as they stream over that one. And they're all safely over, except a few stragglers yet to jump. And West Tip and Steersby dispute the lead from Mithras, Newnham, Team Challenge, Mr. Chris, then Smart Tar and Little Polvier, and then Durham Edition. And Steersby has gone at that one, and going to the next, it's West Tip from in second place Newnham. Friendly Henry's a faller. Mr. Chris has moved up, and as they jump the next, it's West Tip from Newnham, then Team Challenge, then Mr. Chris right up with them, and as they go towards the Melling Road on the first circuit, the leader is West Tip from Newnham, then Little Polvier, Team Challenge, Mr. Chris, then Smart Tar, Kersel, and behind them is Mononor, and West Tip the leader as they go to the 13th fence and over to Peter O'Sullivan.
Yes, West Tip taking him along from Kersel on the outside, Little Polver on the inside. Behind them is Newnham, then comes Smart Tar, then comes Cranlone. Mononor is not far behind the lead, then comes Mithras being followed by Bonanza Boy towards the inside as they race down towards the next. And West Tip still taking him along from Kersel and Little Polver. Then comes Cranlone. Behind Cranlone is Bonanza Boy towards the near side. Over on the far side is Smart Tar and Mr. Chris still going strongly there. Running down now towards the next, and still West Tip being pressed by Kersel towards the stand side. Then comes Mithras and Little Polver on the far side, all safely over that one with Sidbury Hill a long way behind the remainder. And as they come down to this, it's West Tip from Little Polver, Kersel, Newnham, then Mithras on the far side. On the near side is Mr. Chris, and then Last of the Brownies, then Mononor. Coming down past the chair, and the only faller at the chair is Smart Side as they come to the water, and it's Kersel on the near side, Little Polver on the far side. West Tip is right up with him. Then over on the far side is Team Challenge making good ground. Behind Team Challenge is Bonanza Boy, then Last of the Brownies, then Newnham and Mononor on the inside. Behind them come Durham Edition and then the Thinkers. They race towards the Melling Road. It's Little Polver and West Tip from Kersel. Then on the inside, Mithras, Last of the Brownies, then Smart Tar. Then behind them come Team Challenge. Behind Team Challenge is Mononor. And as they race towards the next, with Little Polver and West Tip disputing it, and Kersel up there over to John Hanmer.
And Little Polver comes to the 17th, just in the lead from Kersel, then West Tip. Then Smart Side towards the outside with Last of the Brownies, and on the near side Mithras, no fallers at that, coming to fence number 18, and Little Polvier lands in the lead from Smart Tar, Last of the Brownies, Kersel, West Tip, Mithras, Team Challenge, Mononor. There are plenty in with a chance, and Beam Wham has been pulled up as they jump the 19th, the open ditch, and a mistake on the inside by Mithras, but as on the last circuit there've been no fallers among the leaders, but Queensway Boy looks as if he's refused as they jump the 20th, Little Polvier, and Smart Tar has gone there. It's Little Polvier from Last of the Brownies, West Tip, Bonanza Boy, Durham Edition, and over to Julian Wilson.
Gainsay went at that last ditch on the first circuit. Hettinger and Sergeant Sprite also fell at Beeches, and over that it was Little Polvier who's clear of the Grand National Field. Last of the Brownies in second towards the outside. Bonanza Boy getting much closer now. West Tip's going really well. Gala's Image is there on the outside as they come down to Beeches Brook for the second time, and the leader in the Grand National is Little Little Polvia, and they're being forced to the right to avoid a dead horse on the outside. In second is Bonanza Boy. Behind that, Last of the Brownies on the inside is West Tip. Behind that is Durham Edition on the inside. Mononor going well, and then Team Challenge, and then Gala's Image as they come to the 23rd fence. Little Polvia over from West Tip over in second. Bonanza Boy on the outside of Last of the Brownies. Then creeping through in the inside, Mononor. Behind those is Durham Edition, then Team Challenge, and then Gala's Image, and then Newnham. And behind Newnham is Bartridge as they come to the canal turn for the second time. Little Polvia over from West Tip over in second. Mononor is third. Last of the Brownies fourth. Bonanza Boy on the outside of Team Challenge, then Durham Edition. Behind Durham Edition is Gala's Image. Then making a bit of ground from the back is the Thinker and Newnham and Bartridge as they jump the one after that, and all the leaders over that. And up front, it's still Little Polvia from West Tip cruising. Last of the Brownies, Mononor and Team Challenge as we rejoin John Hammer.
And Little Polvia jumps the fifth from home. That's the one he went at last year. This time he's all right. Last of the Brownies is second, Mononor third, West Tip four, Team Challenge five. Bonanza Boy six, Durham Edition going well seven. Bartridge has been pulled up. And as they jump the fourth from home, the last open ditch, Little Polvia over in the lead from Last of the Brownies in second place, then Mononor, Team Challenge, West Tip, Bonanza Boy, Durham Edition and Gala's Image. They're well clear of the Thinker, the Thirsty Farmer and Newnham as they jump the third from home. And Little Polvia from on the inside, Last of the Brownies, then Team Challenge, West Tip, Mononor, Bonanza Boy, Durham Edition and Gala's Image. And as they go to the Melling Road with two to jump, it's Little Polvia the leader. In second place, Last of the Brownies. Then moving up into third is Durham Edition, four Team Challenge, five West Tip, six Bonanza Boy, seven Gala's Image, eight Mononor, nine the Thinker, a long gap to the Thirsty Farmer and Newnham, and over to Peter O'Sullivan.
So it's Little Polvia from last year's second, Durham Edition at the moment. Then on the inside comes Last of the Brownies, Team Challenge, Bonanza Boys there. West Tip is losing ground, and Gala's Image is making it. Gala's Image, whose rider has lost his cap, is making ground from the rear. He's just overtaken Mononor, and it's Little Polvia now from Durham Edition and Last of the Brownies, a Bonanza Boy and the Thinker as they come to the second last. Little Polvia lands in the lead from Durham Edition. A little between the two, mistake by the Thinker. Over on the far side, Mononor, Team Challenge, and as they come down to the final fence, it's Little Polvia from Durham Edition is little between the two. Durham Edition and Little Polvia land together from the Thinker in third. Then comes Last of the Brownies. They're racing towards the elbow, and it's Little Polvia from Durham Edition. Then comes West Tip and the Thinker finishing fast. Racing into the final 225 yards, it's Little Polvia from the Thinker. West Tip is putting in a great challenge over on the far side. Last of the Brownies is finishing well, but Little Polvia is holding him and is going to win it. Little Polvia has a riderless horse to beat, and Little Polvia has won it. West Tip is second, the Thinker is third, Last of the Brownies fourth, Durham Edition fifth, Mononor sixth. Seventh was Gala's Image, eighth Bonanza Boy, ninth was Team Challenge, 10th was Newnham, 11th was the Thirsty Farmer. This is the winner, being congratulated by Steersby's rider. The next to finish, a Sidbury Hill and Attitude Adjuster with Mr. Baker last. But here is Little Polvia, ridden by Jimmy Frost in his first national. 30-year-old Jimmy Frost, who has succeeded where the great Ron Barry failed so many years ago in 1971 for John Edwards, when Lucky Sprite jumped the last in front and then broke down. But Little Polvia, trained by Toby Balding, now, who won with Highland Wedding in 1969, so he's completed a fantastic double, having won the earlier race this afternoon with the champion hurdler Beach Road. An amazing double for Toby Balding, who took this horse over from John Edwards and has now won steeplechasing's most coveted prize. He was going great guns last year when he unseated his rider at the fifth last. And what a first ride for 30-year-old Jimmy Frost. What hard luck on John Edwards that he doesn't still have this horse. Of course, he was responsible this time for Dixton House, who was a faller out in the country at Beeches on the second circuit, on the first circuit, I should say. But Jimmy Frost looking amazingly cool after his great triumph. One cannot omit a word of regret for Chris Grant, who looked to be hacking when upsides him on Durham Edition at the second last and at the last. But Durham Edition, last year's second, just couldn't get any life out of this dead ground as this horse did so gamely. Back in 1969, but Toby Balding won it with Highland Wedding, and now his 52nd winner of the season. And number 36 for Jimmy Frost, his new stable rider. Being followed in there by Last of the Brownies. I don't think in the excitement I ever actually recapped the 1, 2, 3, 4 in the 1989 National, in which the result was first number 21, Little Polvar, owned by Mr. Edward Harvey, trained by Toby Balding and ridden by Jimmy Frost. Second was number 3, the 1986 hero, West Tip, owned by Mr. Peter Loft, trained by Michael Oliver and ridden by Richard Dunwoody. And third was number 1, the Thinker, the top weight, owned by T.P. McDonough Limited, trained by Arthur Stevenson and ridden by Simon Sherwood. Fourth was number 11, Last of the Brownies, owned by Mrs. Ann Daly, trained by Mouse Morris in Ireland and ridden by Tommy Carmody. The distance is 7 lengths and half a length, and the winner 28-1. And John Edwards there sportingly, one of those first to congratulate Toby Balding on his second triumph in this great race. Second triumph since 1969. Winner now of 9 of his 55 races. This 12-year-old and looking, considering the ground he's had to plough through today at the 4.5 miles and those 30 daunting fences, looking in pretty staggeringly good shape as Jimmy Frost makes his way to scale to be congratulated on the way by his colleagues after what is obviously the outstanding triumph of his career. There's his valet getting in the picture. There's John Buckingham, his valet who has got his head there, who won it, of course, in that freak year on Foynavan.
Well, what a splendid win that was. And now I've got Mr. Edward Harvey, the successful owner. You've just about recovered, haven't you?
Nearly. I'm just about speechless.
Are you? When did you acquire the horse?
About a couple of months ago. My son, who's serving in Germany, had 5 weeks leave to come back and get ready to ride in the Grand Military Gold Cup.
Yes.
And I had great difficulty getting a good horseman to ride. And we did about 2,000 miles in a week, looking at about 5 horses, and chose Little Polvar because we liked him so much. And he gave David a very good ride at Sandown when he came forth to brother Geoffrey.
Yes.
And
but this is extraordinary, isn't it? Extraordinary success.
Beyond one's wildest dreams.
Well done. And here's the man largely responsible for it, Toby Balding. 20 years after Highland Wedding.
Yeah, maybe that's it. Every 20 years, I'll just be young enough, I suppose, for 20 years. Yeah. No, highly exciting. I mean, we bought the horse specifically for Ted's son, David, to ride in the Military Gold Cup, and he ran a great race for us there. I mean, in truth, John Edwards has trained this horse. I've done nothing wrong for 6 weeks, so anyway, the horse deserved it. He was a smashing little horse.
Wonderful.
He's always been a stayer and a jumper and chuffed to bits, we all
Well,
are.
where's Jimmy Frost? Well done, sir. Here he is. You got your teeth back in.
I have, yeah, been and got my pegs.
Well done.
Terrific. I mean, great ride. I just kept thinking it's not happening. Just keep hold, just keep pegging, keep jumping. And, we've jumped the last and kept going,
How come it's your first ride then?
Sorry?
Your first ride?
Oh,
in the National?
Yeah, I mean, the concentration is tremendous. And that's basically all. I just kept concentrating and never felt anything else.
Yeah. You had a wonderful ride all the way around. Did you have any hiccups at all?
He was great out the gate. He's jumped out very keen, run to the first. And my only jump in the first, the only thing I thought was, oh, Christ, I've got Hettinger right in front of me. So I pegged away to the inner to get rid of him. And then the big ditch, the third fence, second time round, we've missed that, and he's just ever so clever. He's paddled and played the board. And
Do you want to have a look at the end of the race?
Thought he survived that. I thought we'll win now.
Have a look at how you won it once again here. This is 2 out, I believe. Let's have a few words over that.
And the loose horse is helping me because he's lazy in front. I've been there a long way. I just thought it's a loose horse, and it's come with me very well. It's kept me galloping. And then from the last, I thought, well, they can do me for the 6 if they want to. I'm going all the way home, and because all you do is keep galloping.
Richard Dunwoody gave West Tip a wonderful ride.
Yeah, me and Richard have had a chat going out into the country the second time.
What's he say?
We both said how well we're going. He said, I've had a great ride, and I said, I'm coming with you, Richard. I tracked you all the way.
Yeah. Well, he faded at one stage a bit, West Tip, and then came at you again towards the end. And, well, he didn't nearly catch you, but it was a pretty good ride.
Is that a compliment? And the loose horse has just joined me halfway up the run in. The loose horse has joined me, and that has helped tremendous because he's a bit lazy.
It's helped you, though.
It has, yes. This has really helped me get running. It's kept his concentration.
Here comes West Tip now making that run with
yes,
Richard.
He's making a tremendous run now, isn't he?
Well, it's Toby, 12-year-old wins.
Well, yeah, my last one was a 12-year-old. Maybe that's my specialty, oldies. I mean, this horse has had practice round here. He's shown it today. He was arguably unlucky last year. He was still in front when he and Tom Morgan separated at Valentine's, and he was going as easy as this. I suppose arguably you could have said he was a moral winner last year on today's performance.
It's okay, he knows where he is. Once he's jumped beaches, tacks in for you, the cross fence a bit, and going to the canal, he literally plays it. You think you're in a time round show jumping with him,
So you had nothing to do, Jim?
No,
he just sit there, was it?
He really knows his way around.
Congratulations. Have a wonderful night.
Thank
Toby,
you.
many congratulations again. And now the presentation is about to come up. The presentation will very shortly be made to the winning owner.
And the Duchess of York to present the magnificent trophy, not only a £66,840 first prize associated with the Seagram Grand National, but Mr. Edward Harvey receives a magnificent Philip Blacker bronze. From the Duchess, who's looked very happy throughout the day today, and how lucky we've been that the sun has shone in contrast to the previous 2 days. And so, with Little Polver, the winner, the starting prices as follows.
First, number 21, Little Polver, 28 to 1. Second, number 3, West Tip, 12 to 1. Third, number 1, The Thinker, 10 to 1. Fourth, number 11, Last of the Brownies, 16 to 1. First, number 21, Little Polver, 28 to 1. Second, number 3, West Tip, 12 to 1. Third, number 1, The Thinker, 10 to 1. And fourth, number 11, Last of the Brownies, 16 to 1.